Alrighty. Alright, do I even have the correct settings selected? I do not. Now we do. Hello, welcome in. Alright, so for today's stream we're going to be playing Zero Sanity, Zero Evidence. And let's see if you guys can figure out the ghosts. So I'm not going to say what the ghost is. I'm going to play the game until I know what the ghost is. Once I know what the ghost is, I'll give you a few seconds to look at the journal. And then put your guess in the chat of what the ghost is. And then we'll load out and then discuss why the ghost is what it is. Also, my cursor is gone. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to go in with my usual loadout. We'll probably mostly play on Danglewood for today, if I had to guess. Okay, it goes through something somewhere over there. Living room, maybe? Normal ghost speed. Alright, I'm gonna get a few more things. I didn't pay attention where it came from. It's either living room or master, I believe. Alright, let's get some more stuff in there so we can do some more tests on the ghosts. When are we gonna have viewer games? I don't know. Hello, welcome in, Cinnamon. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty decent. Thank you for the heart me, I appreciate it. Alright, I think I just need one more trip and then we'll be good to go back in. Hello, Sav. Welcome in. Thank you for the Go Populars. I appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna drop that and pick this up. And... okay. I think it's master, isn't it? Yep, okay. Alright. Interesting. I think I'll place this one over here a bit. Move this one, like, over here. Just gonna double check it's here, not the bathroom. Alright. So yeah, I think it's in the bathroom. Yep, this is Zero Sanity, Zero Evidence. No, I think I think TikTok, I don't know, TikTok's being weird. I'm just gonna double check in here. Okay. So the ghost seems to be in here. But Maddox is on vacation. We're not playing with Maddox. For some reason the text at the top of the screen froze when I changed it. Not sure why. Wait, what? What is the ghost doing over there now? Are you in the foyer? Wait a minute. Should probably grab a smudge to play safe. Yeah, you are over here. Interesting. Alright. I guess we'll move stuff over there then? What's your question? A really hot burger? It's been a while for sure. Oh no, that's not ideal. So... Okay. Of course it was a mirror too. Of course. It was definitely not a Goryo. It changed rooms a ton of times. I think it started in the living room, then it went to the master bedroom, then it went to the master bathroom, and then it went to the foyer, and then I think it went back to the living room. This ghost was kind of all over the place. Alright, let's run that one back. That did not go well. Not a good first game. But I'm calling it now. This is going to be a... Okay, well... I'm not having a good time. Alright. So yeah, maybe this will be an easy ghost. I have no idea which firelight I picked up. That was the one I accidentally lit in the truck or not. I think I know what you are. No. Okay, well, so the ghost is over here somewhere. And it just turned the breaker off. Okay. Well. All right, well, I think it's in the hobby room. I didn't smudge it during the hunt. No, I didn't. I'll get rid of that timer. So we're doing... So I'm letting you guys figure out the ghost. So I'm doing 0 sanity, 0 evidence, and we're just going for the ghosts only. So I'm not explaining like what I'm doing as I do it. I'm just testing for the ghost like I normally would. So your job is to try and figure out what the ghost is. So once I know what the ghost is, then I leave. But I'll let you like look at the journal for a few seconds to see if you like picked up on what I picked up on. And then after the game and we load out, I'll explain why the ghost is what it is. And then explain like some of the tests I did. Hello, Bravo. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I think the ghost is in the hobby room, maybe? Or foyer? Alright, I'm gonna toss that down. Grab a smudge. It's probably gonna use one of these cruces here. Yeah, I think it did turn off the breaker. I forgot about that. What room are you in? Is that the toilet lid? Okay, I think it is boys, maybe? I mean, hobby? I'm also on Twitch and YouTube as well. Okay, so you are in this room. I'm gonna smudge you real quick then. I already have one of those. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Spirit because of the grass? For sure, for sure. I lost my smudge. I'll just grab this one. What was that noise? Was that the puzzle that just exploded? Is that what that noise was? I know that's a thing. It did tear the puzzle apart. This was more put together a few minutes ago. I'm gonna go turn the breaker back on, which I believe is in the garage. And I'm just gonna light these firelights real quick. Okay. Oh, is that you, Hotbird? That makes sense now. So I'm pretty sure I do know what the ghost is. So here's a journal in case you need to see it. But yeah, to answer your question, again, I haven't had a hot burger in a really long time. Alright, so I'm gonna hide my screen real quick and fill in my answer. I thought I had a hotkey on my stream deck for that. No, that was... No, that's gone. Okay. Guess I'll do it the manual way. Alright. I don't even know if I circled my ghosts. Okay, yeah, the ghost is a demon. It haunted at, I think it was like 122 after I smudged. And we leveled up, nice. Will we hit level 2400 this stream? Probably not. How many games would that be? I'd be like, I'd have to have like 11 games of getting this much money per level. So like 55 games. I doubt we're going to do 55 games today. Let's do a few more on Tanglewood. In terms of stream for tomorrow, we're supposed to have more severe weather. So there's a good chance that there won't be another stream again. Yesterday was really bad. Oh. Well. That's not ideal. Yeah, last stream we played in VR and learned how buggy VR is still. Oh, jeez. I don't know why I opened that. Oh, that one scared me a little bit. I thought she was going the other way around the table. Alright. Well, I do know what the ghost is. Here's a journal in case you need it. And then we'll load out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I don't even remember if I circled the ghost. Did I circle it? Well, I guess we'll find out in like 2 seconds. Did I circle the ghosts? I did, okay. I remembered. So yeah, Ghost was a Moroi there. Super fast. Sped up with line of sight. Smudged for 7 seconds instead of 5. Let's do another Tanglewood, why not? And then maybe we'll switch it up and go to like Edgefield next. It's not hunting, right? No. This map is really weird, the way the sound travels on this map. Like, when you're standing here, you can't hear anything over there. Okay, well, I did hear an item throw over there. It turned off the breaker, of course. Oh. Still no hunt. Never mind. Alright, well, I do know what the ghost is. Alright, here's the journal again in case you need it. And then we'll load out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's get out of here. So yeah, the ghost was another Moroi. Same reason, super fast, but up with line of sight. The smudge test wasn't really that good there. Because the hunt ended. But you could tell based off of the line of sight speed. Let's go to Edgefield, switch it up a little bit. Based off of the speed of the ghost and the fact that it sped up with line of sight. I think I'll stand here. So yeah, in case you didn't know, this completely blocks the line of sight here. So the ghost won't see you right here unless it like comes in the living room and gets to about right here where my cursor is. Okay, well. Oh, that's what you are. That's fun. Alright, that's a fun one. Alright, well, here's the journal again in case you need it. And put your guesses in the chat of what you think the ghost is. And we'll load out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gonna hide my screen real quick. Alright. So yeah, this one was a die-in. Reason why it was a die-in, when I was standing still, it was super slow, but whenever I moved, it was fast. So that's like the big thing with die-in. Is if you're standing still, it'll be super slow. If you're moving, it's fast. Let's go to Ridgeview. Yeah, that was probably just one of the rare instances that it doesn't get blown out. With the tier 2 candle, it's a 1 in 27 chance of it not being blown out at the 30-second mark when it's first lit. That's why I prefer using the tier 2 candle, because it has higher odds out of any other tier candle. Alright, whoa, jeez. Okay. I really hate the child ghost model. Alright, hunt's over. Another easy ghost. Here's a journal in case you need it. Feel free to put your guesses in the chat of what you think the ghost is, and we'll load out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I think I circled the ghost. I can't tell you how many times I'll like hide my screen and then forget to circle the ghost. I've done that plenty of times. I'm not sure how, but yeah, it was another Moroi. Again, super fast, sped up with line of sight, was smudged for 7 seconds. Let's go to Willow. All right. In terms of one hunt ghosts, I'll show you after this game how many ghosts you can figure out just based off of one hunt. But after this game, I can like go through the list, show you which ones you can figure out just based off of one hunt. It should be, I think, more than half of the ghosts you can figure out just from one hunt. It's in the basement, I believe. I think I know what you are. Let's give it another hunt. I'll move into the kitchen this time. Okay, I did open the front door. Also, fun fact about Willow, the bone cannot spawn in the basement. That's been bugged for a while. So if you're ever looking for the bone on Willow, it's going to be on the first floor here. It will not be in the basement. Okay, it's haunting. Oh, let me get rid of that timer. That's a... Don't really need that anymore. Alright. Here's a journal in case you need it. So yeah, the ghost was a poltergeist. It was kind of hard to see during the first hunt, the poltergeist, so that's why I wanted to give it a second hunt so you could see the throws a little better. But yeah, poltergeists will throw things more often during the hunt and throw them further. Let's go back to Tanglewood. I was thinking about maybe doing Point of Hope, but not Point of Hope. I was definitely not thinking about doing Point of Hope. Camp Woodwind, but there's 3 ghosts on Camp Woodwind that kind of suck. Oh yeah, I did say I was going to show you which ghosts you can figure out based off of one hunt. Can't figure out a Banshee based off of a hunt unless they're in multiplayer and it only goes after one person. But in single player, you cannot figure out a Banshee based off of one hunt. Diane you can figure that based off of its speed. It'll be slow when you're standing still, and then really fast when you're moving. Also no line of sight speed. Demon, you're not going to figure that out based off of a hunt. Deogen, fast from far away, slow when it gets close to the player. Always knows where you are. Also has more visible blinks. Galu, you can place some salt down. When it walks through one pile of salt, after 2 seconds, it'll enter its enraged state, and it will be faster, and no longer walk through any other salt during that hunt. Is the game still bugged? The game has been bugged since it came out. Plenty of bugs. Goryo, you cannot figure that out based off of a hunt. Hantu, you can also figure that out if you have the breaker on. The ghost will be pretty slow, also no line of sight speed. If you have the breaker off, you'll see its breath, and it will be a bit faster. Jinn, you can figure that out with one hunt. If you have the breaker on, if it's further than 3 meters away and sees you, it'll be fast, and then once it gets within that 3 meter range, it slows back down to normal ghost speed. Mirror, you cannot figure that out based off of a hunt. Moroi, we've had like 3-4 Morois now. But yeah, Moroi will be, well, at 0 sanity, Moroi will be super fast and speed up with line of sight. It will also be blinded for 7 seconds when you smudge it. Myling will be super quiet during the hunt. You can only hear its footsteps from 12 meters away instead of the standard 20. Obake, you'll see it shapeshift every 12th, 27th, 39th, etc. blink during the hunt. Also has a set pattern for which models it will shapeshift into, so it's pretty predictable for when you'll see the Obake shapeshift and what it will shapeshift into. Obambo, you could figure out during a hunt. I usually give it a second hunt. Because Obambo and Twin Speed is extremely similar, it's kind of hard to tell those two apart, since the speeds are super close. So I usually give it like a second hunt for Obambo, but you could figure it out based off of one hunt. Oni, you can figure that out based off of the blinks. It will be super visible. Onryo, I mean, you could accidentally figure out Onryo if you... So I usually bring in a candle at the start. So if the ghost is an Onryo and it's in the room that I put the candle in, it could blow out the candle before the 30-second mark, in which I know it's an Onryo, but that's not based off of the hunt. So I'm just going to cross that one off. Phantom also blinks. Instead of, unlike the Oni, it'll be a lot less visible, so super hard to see during the hunt. Poltergeist, you can tell based off of the item throws, like we saw last game. Raiju, you can figure out based off of the heartbeat, which is a bug. Raijus will have a much louder heartbeat and can be heard from further away. You can hear it from 1.5 times further away compared to a normal ghost. So if it's close, it'll be 1.5 times louder, so it will be super loud and bass boosted. Revenant, also you can tell off the speed. If it does not detect a player, it'll be very slow. If it detects a player by either hearing your equipment, your radio, or seeing you, it'll be super fast. No line of sight speed. Shade, you could also figure out based off of a hunt. You can light a firelight before the hunt, and if it hunts and you're looping it and your timer reaches the 30-second mark after lighting the candle, the ghost should blow out the firelight. If not, then there's a good chance it could be a shade. Spirit, you can't figure that out based off of a hunt. They you can. They will be very fast, but no line of sight speed. Mimic, I mean, if you have a video camera in and you're checking for orbs, you could figure out Mimic. But most of the time, that's not going to be the case. The twins, you can figure that out based off of a hunt. It'll be 12% faster or 12% slower. Wraith won't walk through the salt. Yokai won't detect your equipment from further than 2.5 meters away. And you can't figure out Yuri during a hunt, so all these other ghosts that I did not cross off, you can figure these all out based off of one hunt. The ones I did cross off, you can't. Besides Banshee, if you're playing in multiplayer, you can figure that out during one hunt. Oh, and a fun fact about the bone on Tanglewood, it cannot spawn in the ensuite bathroom over there. Turned off the breaker. I think the breaker's right there in the garage. Oh man. Kind of wasted a smudge here. I didn't really need this much. Also, another super random thing. You can figure out Obake outside of a hunt and without evidence. You don't need a hunt to figure out Obake. Obviously, the easiest way would be figuring out an Obake with the hunt, but there are ways to figure it out outside of a hunt that some people don't know about. So when you place salt down, when the ghost walks through it, it has a 1 in 4 chance of skipping a footstep when walking through it. Same with ghost events. A lot of people don't know about the ghost event one. But if the ghost does a fake hunt ghost event, which is the ghost event where the ghost walks towards you, it has a 1 in 4 chance of skipping a footstep when walking towards you. I honestly have no idea where the ghost hunted from. I wasn't paying attention. Oh. Well, it's in the garage. So yeah, that is a bug there. I was too close to the front door, so the game thought I was inside the building. So the ghost started hunting. So that's what that was there. I think this probably won't let me get over here in time. Nope. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go get some more stuff real quick. See if I can get the Cruci in there in time. I do want to get another firelight over here. I'm going to turn the breaker back on. Just make things a little easier. My NVIDIA brightness setting. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have a full video going over all my settings because I have a lot of them. Is that the cabinet over there? Oh, okay. Well. I'm just gonna turn that off if you don't mind. Okay. And there's the Cruci burn. Okay. I'm gonna go grab a motion sensor real quick. Alright, got a smudge on it. I'm gonna grab a new smudge real quick. And I guess we can grab the other Cruci, why not? Might as well grab this from over here. I do think I know what the ghost is. I mean, it is possible it could be another ghost, so I'm just checking for that as well. But I do think I have a pretty solid idea of what the ghost is. And move this a little bit. Alright, new smudge on the ghost. Once this timer runs out, I'm just gonna leave. Because I do feel pretty confident with what I think the ghost is. So yeah, we'll just sit here for like another minute and then we'll leave. Oh yeah, when I was playing in VR the other day on stream, I was able to get inside the car in the driver's seat, which I thought was pretty funny. Because it made it look like I was driving the car. And while I was in there, I learned that the seat is basically on the floor. So that was interesting. And then of course I had to glitch outside the map and take a little walk around outside the map. Hello Socia, thank you for the heart, may I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. See, I took a little tour on the outside of the map for fun. I did that on a lot of the maps, and when you fall out of the map, when you teleport back, it's really weird actually. Sometimes it will break your VR character and make your VR character super crooked. So at one point I was at like a complete 45-degree angle, so I was kind of like walking on the walls. And I had to actually crouch down to fit through the hallways. I'm doing pretty decent. How are you doing? Here's the journal in case you need it. I'm 99% confident on what the ghost is here. I've had a VR for quite a few years. I don't play it often because it's very exhausting and always makes my head hurt. It was extremely disorienting when my character is at like a weird 45-degree angle, like half the time. So that was very disorienting. And I also learned that the closets don't really work properly on Tanglewood in VR when you touch them. The doors like start flying around the map. So that was pretty entertaining. But I do think I know what the ghost is. I'm going to hide my screen real quick and fill in my guess. Alright. Yeah, Ghost is a Goria. So yeah, the only reason I stuck around a little longer is to make sure it wasn't like a sneaky demon or anything. Because I had every other ghost roll out, so pretty normal hunting stuff. Wasn't a shade, did plenty of singing ghost events, put out the firelight in the same room as us during a hunt, doing a lot of interactions in the room, so definitely wasn't a shade. Yurei, it touched many doors and barely like moved them at all, so I knew it couldn't be a Yurei. Not a mare because it turned on the light in the garage. Why does my debriefing screen look like that? What do you mean? Oh, because I scrolled down. What other ghosts did I rule out that's not obvious? So obviously it wasn't a Banshee or Dian because it was not a female. Demon I never fully crossed off. It just wasn't hunting like a demon and never hunted under a minute 30 after smudging. So I just assumed it wasn't a Dio. Not a Dio. A demon. Definitely wasn't a Diogen, Galu, Antu, Gen, Moroi, Myling, Obake, Obambo, Oni, Phantom, Polti, Raiju, Revenant, Shade, they. Because it was pretty normal during the hunt. Not a Mimic, no Ghost Orbs. Already explained why it wasn't a Yurei. Spirit, not a Spirit because it hunted under 3 minutes after smudging. No Onryo because it hunted within range of firelights many times. No Onryo abilities. Mare turned on the... No Mare because it turned on the light. So I was pretty much down to Demon and Gorio. Didn't really seem like a demon, and it also never changed favorite rooms. So that's why it was a Gorio. Yeah, VR is super buggy in this game. Really entertaining. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was gonna go to the... I know what I was gonna do that I forgot to do during the VR stream. I wanted to go in the pool on Ridgeview. I forgot to do that. But yeah, I should have just walked through the sliding door on Ridgeview and just went in the pool. I didn't even think about doing that. Also, like a couple levels, we'll be at a point where we need over 36,000 XP per level. We just did Tanglewood. Let's go to Edgefield again, why not? Oh, the bone's here, nice. Speaking of the bone, I'm gonna explain how I'm gonna make a video on how bone spawns work. Oh. So yeah, I'll make a video explaining how bone spawn work soon. And to kind of like prove my point on how bone spawns work, I've been in the process of reloading Tanglewood 1,000 different games and making a map of every single bone spawn location that I've gotten. So I can kind of... Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna smudge you and I'm gonna dip. Hello, Chastity. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Alright, ghost is not haunting. I do know what the ghost is. So here's a journal in case you need it. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen real quick. Alright, I have my answer filled in, and... Alright, we should be good to load out. So yeah, the ghost was a djinn.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Oh, this is Phasmophobia. So yeah, this was a djinn because when it saw us, it sped up towards us, and once it got within the 3-meter range, it slowed back down to normal speed. Let's go to Ridgeview.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate it, but be careful. We don't know.
Oh, the bone's here again. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, well, I do know what the ghost is. Oh, and just in case it's an objective, I'll get a nice smudge on it. Alright, here's a journal in case you need it. These moths are very loud. Also, not sure why they're circling the light, considering the fact that it's not turned on at the moment, but sure. Hello, Artmit. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna hide my screen now and fill in my answer. Alright. And the ghost's name was GG. Yeah, the ghost was an Oni.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Super visible during the hunt. go to Willow. Alright. Just gonna wait for it to hunt real quick. It's in the basement. Surprise, surprise. Okay, well, didn't really learn anything from that hunt. I'm gonna go get some more stuff. Alright, just gonna grab a couple more things here. I think I'll go with this here. Yeah, the ghost is in the basement somewhere. I think I'll grab these couple of things. We'll get a smudge on her this time. And then we'll head down to the basement and set up to test for the ghosts. Alright, let's grab one of these, and we'll head down to the basement, figure out which room it's in real quick, and then get everything set up. Looks like left storage. Yep. Let's do a little double check for... Aw, man, I was gonna do the red light glitch. So in case you didn't know, if you turn off the breaker during a red light ghost event, it'll actually stay permanently in the red light ghost. The red lights will stay there permanently for the rest of the game. Haven't done that one in a while. That one can be pretty fun. I don't think I have enough time to go back up there to get more stuff, so I think I'll chill here. Gonna light these candles. Okay. I'm gonna assume the ghost is here and smudge. Gonna grab a few more things. I'm gonna grab this, and I'll grab the other cruci, why not? Probably should have brought a smudge now that I think about it. Oh, you changed rooms. Hey Justin, thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. How was your stream? Oh. Okay, well, I think I figured out what the ghost is. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I knew the bone would be in here. It always is. I'm just doing some zero sanities or evidence and letting you guys figure out what the ghost is. So here's a journal in case you need it. Oh yeah, this is a pretty good filter. Like, I feel like it's not too bright in the bright areas, but it's super bright in the dark areas, which is pretty nice. I didn't circle the ghost, did I? No, I didn't. I got distracted. Alright, let me hide my screen real quick and I'll fill in my answer. Alright. Well, now, I think I circle it. I don't remember now.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
I do. It's, right there. There you go. The only thing that's slightly different from the video, I did change it slightly from the video. The only thing I changed was for the RTX dynamic vibrance, which isn't showing up for whatever reason. Okay, well, it's just not showing up. But anyways, instead of the saturation being at 0%, I put it up to 25%, I believe. To bring a little bit more of the color back to the game. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Let's go back to Tanglewood. And this is normal ghost speed, by the way.
We've arrived. Check the equipment. Get set up before investigating. Yourself. Looks like this is
I mean, the filter's applied because I can see it. It's just not showing up for some reason. Is that master bed? Yep. Okay. Well, I do know what the ghost is. Here. Just in case it's an objective. Free money. How nice of the ghost to turn the breaker off as we leave. Alright. Here's a journal in case you need it. Alright. Let me hide my screen and I'll fill in my answer. What? I wouldn't do that.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
So yeah, there we go. Only because it was super visible during the hunt. What map did we just did Tanglewood. Let's go to Edgefield. I love edging. Probably not a statement I should yell out loud with the window open. Awesome. Oh, basement. Interesting. Ooh. I'm gonna need a smudge, rip. This is 0 sanity, 0 evidence, normal ghost speed. Gonna get some more stuff. Oops. Threw my lighter on accident. Let's grab a new one. Oh, I reset my timer on accident. I thought I set a new one. Oops. Actually, I'll grab this instead. I don't know why I brought a thermo. It's obviously down here. Why do I play on default FOV? I just never changed it. I don't know why. I've just kind of always played with normal FOV, so I don't see a point in changing it. Oops. I do think I know what the ghost is. Hello, welcome in. I'm just gonna sit here for a couple minutes. I mean, I could just bump up the FOV. But I feel like that would throw me off. Yeah, this would definitely throw me off. Because everything's like further away now. Oh, jeez. This is 0 sanity, 0 evidence, normal ghost speed. I'll get a smudge on it real quick. Alright. I'm gonna bring a couple more things down here. Hello, Mads. Welcome in. I'll space these out a little bit. Put that one over here. Oh, whoops. All right, I'll light the candles in just a second here. What ghost do I think it is? So, I can't say what I think the ghost is until at the very end when I explain what it is. So I'm letting you guys figure out the ghosts. Oh man, I was gonna do the thing. See, at the moment, not too sure what the ghost is. Between a couple different ghosts here. I'm gonna get another smudge on it. Oh, that's her last smudge. Oops. I thought we had another one. My bad. Well, should be fine. Okay. I think I know what the ghost is. I'm gonna send it. Do I have a favorite ghost type? It'd probably be the Diane or Abake. Alright, here's a journal in case you need it. All right. I'm going to hide my screen and fill in my guess. I would say I'm about 95% confident on this one. I'm just too impatient. All right. Did I circle the ghosts? I don't remember. Did I circle it? I did, okay.
Job's ready for you.
So yeah, ghost was a mare. So when we turned on the light in the basement, it immediately turned it off after we turned it on. Usually I like to try and get 2 mare abilities before I go with it, just in case it happens to be like a coincidence. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. So we just at Edgefield, let's go to Ridgeview. Thank you for the gifts, I appreciate it. Alright, just waiting for the ghost to hunt. Here we go. Okay. Well, I do know what the ghost is. So yeah, just a little reminder, this is normal ghost speed. So here's a journal in case you need it. And we'll load out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I can find it in the journal. I'm still getting used to the new layout of the ghosts in the journal. So yeah, the ghost was a revenant. Super slow when it was upstairs. And then when it came down the stairs and saw us, it was super fast. Yeah, I think... Was that our first revenant of the day, or did we have another one earlier? I don't remember. Thank you for the heart, May I appreciate it. Okay, well, I know where the breaker is. The breaker's in the garage. Alright, I was just trying to... Jeez, man. Oh. Okay, well, I do know what the ghost is. Hello? Alright, well... Every time when I'm trying to drink water, the ghost always has to do something. Alright, well, here's a journal in case you need it. That would be pretty interesting. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen and fill in my answer. So yeah, the ghost was Galu.
Job's ready for you.
So it walked through, I think it walked through two piles of the salt because I placed them too close together, and it sped up super fast afterwards and didn't walk through the rest of the salt. Also, when I smudged it, it was only repelled for, well, blinded for 4 seconds instead of 5. But yeah, when a Galu walks through salt, there's like a 2-second delay before it enters its enraged state, in which it will be faster. Oh, I think we just did let's do Woodwind, why not? Probably gonna regret it. It's gonna be like a Goryo Yurei mare. One of the stinky ghosts, for sure. Oh, we do have that hiding spot, so we can do the shimmy spot if we want. I think we'll do the shimmy spot. Okay. Oh, the bones over there. We got a skull in the game tent. Is the ghost gonna hunt? No, you're just gonna break my lights, okay. I swear it's always Woodwind as well, where they take like 1,000,000 years to hunt. For whatever reason. Alright, I know how to get it to hunt. Alright, I'm gonna walk out. Okay. Gonna snag the bone real quick. Gonna grab a couple more things just in case. Imagine it was just this. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. So yeah, I think maybe tomorrow I'll make a video explaining how bone spawns work. Yeah, I kind of moved my streams to be earlier in the day. This is actually a pretty late stream for me. I kind of slept through the normal stream time today and started super late. Oh, I think it is right now. I'm not too sure yet. I think I have everything I need actually. It hunted from... Was it Yellow Tent that it came out of? This is your sanity, zero evidence. Normal ghost speed. Oh. Interesting. I think I know what the ghost is. So where's the ghost room at? It's just here in the campfire. Okay, I'll give it like another hunt. Pretty sure I know what it is, so. Okay, yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. I somehow missed it the first hunt. Definitely noticed the second and third hunt there. Alright, well, here's the journal. In case you need it. This one might be a little tough. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen and fill in my answer. So yeah, the ghost is an Obambo.
Job's ready for you.
See, I'm guessing the second hunt, it was probably fast Obambo. Just based off the time from when it hunted. I didn't pick up on that for whatever reason. The second hunt, it was slow Obambo. That's when I kind of noticed that the speed was off, that it was slow. I prefer night vibes more, to be honest. And then that last hunt that we had there, right when it started hunting, I set a timer to see how long it was hunting for. And it was fast Obambo. So fast Obambos, when they start hunting, their hunts are actually 20% shorter. So I'm playing on medium hunt duration, and since this is a small map, hunts are normally 20 seconds. 20% short of that would be 16 seconds. So when I started my timer, the hunt ended right at the 16-second mark instead of 20 seconds. So that's what gave away that it was Galu. I mean, Obambo. Obambo. Not Galu. Obambo. Yeah, like, stopped hunting right there at like 16 seconds there. Alright, I think we'll go back to Tanglewood. Yeah, the higher your difficulty level and the more you do, like ghost objectives, getting perfect game, the more money you get. Are you? Is that kitchen? Or is that utility? What room is that? Please don't make me smudge. I'm gonna have to smudge. Alright. I'm gonna bring... Can I hide here? I can, nice. Is 15x good for a beginner? Definitely not. Alright. I'll give it another hunt. So the goose is in the kitchen. It turned the breaker off. See, it looks like... Cool. It was... Huh? Is that this light? It was. Okay. Hello, welcome in. You good? Alright, I'm just gonna chill in here. Oh, jeez. My day's been pretty decent. How's your day going? Alright, Ghost is getting a little happier with the knives. Ghost is very active. Well, that was rude. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the ghost to be right there on the staircase. Okay. Alright, yep. That's what I was waiting for. Alright. So yeah, this would be a shade. I mean, put your guesses in the chat of what you think the ghost is. So yeah, I'll hide my screen real quick. And, so yeah, let me hide my screen and you put your guesses in the chat of what you think the ghost is. Yeah, I think it did two abilities. I think it did one when we first walked in. I think it did a levitate and drop in the kitchen. Because it sounded like it picked up multiple items at once. So yeah, it was a poltergeist. That ability was a big giveaway there. Yeah, it did do two abilities. It also did two favorite room changes, which is interesting. So yeah, I'm pretty sure when we first walked in, it did the levitate and drop. And then during the hunts, it was throwing a lot and throwing things pretty far. I just figured I'd stick around to see if we could get a poltergeist ability in the kitchen for fun. Just because there's a lot of items there. Yeah, when I was playing off stream the other day, getting some clips, and I had a poltergeist in the kitchen as well. And it did 112 poltergeist abilities in just about an hour. So it was doing on average almost 2 poltergeist abilities every minute. It was pretty wild. There was one point where it did 4 poltergeist abilities on top of each other. So like when it was in the process of levitating the items to throw them all, it would do like another ability on the items that were still in the levitating phase. It was really interesting to see. What? Okay, we're on Edgefield. I couldn't remember which map I selected. You're calling it? It's gonna be an Oni? Honestly, I wouldn't mind. I hope it's an Oni. Make this pretty easy. Hmm. Alright, not a big fan that the ghost is in here. Oh jeez. Yeah, like right there. Alright, I'm gonna get a few more things. I'm gonna get a few more things. Oh, this is Edgefield. I think we have all the items that we need. There's my smudges. They were under the motion sensor. So I'm assuming the ghost is just here in the living room. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Kind of scared me, not gonna lie. I have a macro set up to quickly drop items. Why did it fart? That's my TikTok follow sound alert. Alright, well there's that. I'm gonna chill over here for a minute. No, you do not need to place the crucifix for it to work. You can just start it. Works the same. Oh, I forgot to move that cruci. Oops. There we go, that's better. Okay. All right. Trying to think what tests I want to do. What room are you in? Are you still here? Where are you at? Are you in the kitchen now? No? Where are you? Right here, okay. What did I just record? Paranormal talking? Okay. Oh, I didn't pay attention. Okay. I do have my ghost narrowed down a lot. I'm between, like, in terms of possibilities, I'm looking at, I never tested for one of these ghosts. Alright, we'll test for a certain ghost during this one. Kind of forgot to test for that. Well, that doesn't really help. Alright, we should be good to chill over here again. I'll try and get a smudge on it. Alright, hunt's over. Okay, back in here again. Good. Pretty much between two ghosts here. Oh, she's standing on the table. Nice. Window knock. Yep, so when the ghost is blinded, so for most ghosts it's 5 seconds when you smudge them during a hunt. Oh jeez. You can just walk right through them. Like this. Which is probably going to get me killed doing that. I'm going back over here. Okay. That was really dumb. But yeah, you can just walk straight through them during that 5-second window. It's not really smart to demonstrate that way. Okay. The ghost just hissed at me. Don't appreciate it. Okay. Alright, so I think I know what the ghost is. Here's a journal in case you need it. I'd say I'm about 95% confident with this one. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen real quick. Fill in my answer. I'm still sort of between two ghosts, but I'm significantly leaning more towards one than the other. Yeah, Goria.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
So yeah, Gorio, the main reasoning there, never changed rooms. So yeah, every ghost has little things that make them different from the rest of the ghosts. Little traits and abilities that set them apart from other ghosts. Either it can be things that only that ghost can do, or maybe it's something that only that ghost can't do that all the other ghosts can, and stuff like that. I was triple checking for Banshee just in case. While I was sitting in the... It never seemed to follow me around. Also no Banshee scream either. So I wasn't really thinking Banshee. The other one I was focusing on just in case was Yurei, because there are no doors in that room. So kind of hard to test for Yurei. So that's why I had the motion sensor at the edge of the room. Because while Yureis are smudged, they can't leave their room during the smudge. Besides ghost events, of course. Which this ghost did not do. It never walked out of its room while smudged. So I was still considering Yurei a bit. But based on the fact that it never changed rooms, is why I went with Gorio.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Oh, hello, ghosts. Hello, welcome in. Okay. Alright. So I've ruled off 3 ghosts already. I ruled off 4 ghosts already. I'm doing pretty decent. How are you doing? See, I knew that last ghost was a Gorio because it never changed favorite rooms. Any other ghosts probably, but... Okay, well, I've ruled off 5 ghosts. See, during that last game, any other ghosts most likely would have changed favorite rooms. Gorios are the only ghosts in the game that cannot change favorite room. Alright, I'm gonna get a few more things. ruled off the vast majority of ghosts. Oops. So yeah, next hunt we'll get a smudge on it, and then go from there. See, I'm pretty much only down to like 3 or 4 ghosts at the moment. Alright, just need one more trip and then we'll be able to go back in. Hello, Splunky. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So I wonder if the ghost room is just the dining room. I think it's in the garage, actually. I think I just heard a paint can. Okay. So the ghost isn't even here. Oh, hallway maybe? That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna grab this real quick, just in case. And then we'll get a smudge on it this hump. Is that the garage door? Oh. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, I do know what the ghost is. Never mind. Alright, here's a journal in case you need it. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen and circle and put my answer. How did I get such a high level? I've been playing the game since it came out back in 2020. So the ghost is a Raiju.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
I thought the heartbeat seemed a little loud during the first hunt. I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, definitely a Raiju because of the loud heartbeat. And then when I placed the motion sensor down, it sped up near the motion sensor. But yeah, I can see why it looked like a Jinn speed up because of the motion sensor being placed on the floor. What map did we just do? We just did Ridgeview, so let's go to Willow.
We've arrived. Check the equipment. Check up before investigating.
Yeah, almost 36,000 XP to level up. Oh, the bones here, nice. Yeah, the heartbeat didn't seem as loud as usual that on. I don't know. I mean, that game. I don't know why. Usually the heartbeat is like really deafening. It really wasn't too deafening that time. I don't know why. Alright. Here's a journal in case you need it. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen. You know, one of these times I'm gonna realize I never circle the ghosts. I've done that so many times doing this, forgetting to circle the ghosts. I don't think I've done that yet today. But yeah, the ghost was a Jinn that time.
Job's ready for you.
As I accidentally flashed open my journal. Nice. But yeah, Jinn. So when it came into the living room there, it sped up and then it slowed back down to normal speed once it got within the 3-meter range. Yeah, let's see Woodwind, why not? Jinns do have line of sight speed.
Start the investigation. No report this time. Be careful. You're going in blind.
Oops. I forgot my candle. That's fine. See if I can see the bone anywhere. Not seeing it. Okay, well, I think I know what the ghost is. Alrighty. Here's a not the Jinn. Here's the journal. In case you need it, and we'll load out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think a lot of people here aren't used to 150 ghost. I mean, 150 to normal ghost speed. So, yeah, most people here are Justly viewers. He only plays 150, so. I would say about 70% of the time I do normal ghost speed. The other 30% I do 150.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the ghost is a play there.
For you.
Very fast, no line of sight, speed up. Oh geez. I think I know what the ghost is. Never mind. I lied. Wait, are you... Oh, I'm gonna... Okay. Never mind. I lied. Okay. Anyways. I too love when my umbrella gets stuck in the wall. I think the ghost is in the living room. Honestly, we've had this ghost model a lot today. It's my least favorite ghost model in the game. Not very fun to loop at all. Oh geez, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Okay, yeah. Seems to be here. That's what I thought. Oh. Okay. Well. There's that. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. In the living room, right? No? I think it changed rooms, yeah. Okay, I think it's in this room. Are you good? Ghost, turn the breaker off. I'll turn it back on. Let me grab another smudge stick. And And I'll grab this as well. Again? Hey. So much going on. Where are you? Where'd you go? There you are. Where are you now? Are you over here? Alright, this is our last smudge, unfortunately. Again? Okay. I didn't mean to smudge there. I do know what the ghost is. Alright, here's a journal in case you need it. Alrighty. I'm gonna hide my screen, fill in my answer. Alright. So yeah, the ghost was a banshee. So yeah, it did like 1,000,000 singing ghost events. I think every single physical ghost event that it did was a singing event. Thank you for the follow, Leah. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think every single singing... I think every physical event that it did was a singing event. And then I placed the motion sensor in the dining room. And then, you know, it immediately walked right towards me there. So it did the banshee room. It also apparently changed favorite rooms 3 times. Oh wait, no, yeah, that makes sense. Because it was in the living room at one point, then it went to the garage. Not sure what the other room change was. Or I guess the other 2. Did 9 ghost events.
Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost.
Hunting already? Jeez. I think I know what it is. I'm gonna get some more soft tests for it just in case. I might be going crazy. So it came from somewhere upstairs. So I think we'll go figure out which room it's in upstairs real quick. Boys bed, okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. The ghost is here, right? So that is a no, it's downstairs. Okay. Alright, it's sun hunting now. Oh, you used the crucie down here. Okay. Is that what I think that was? Is the ghost in dining? Ollie? Oh, the bone's here. I'm gonna assume it's in the chute. Well, there's that. Okay. Not very ideal. I think, yeah, it's just here in the hallway. I'm gonna grab the video cam just in case. Grab this as well. Ooh, that's me. Okay. Well, there's that as well. Trying to think what I need Tests for. Where is that at? Oh, I thought the motion went off. Where did it go? Are you over here? Dining? No? Where'd you run off to? Did it run off to the basement? There you are. Oh, you turned the breaker off again? How rude. I think I know what the ghost is. Wait, what was the EMF on? Oh, this candle's still lit. Oops. I'm gonna have to loop. Okay, well, I'm out of smudges now. Did you just turn the breaker off again? You did. Okay. Why, hello there. I could probably... Jeez. Alright, well, we're down to the very last crucial charge. Awesome. Alright, it broke the lights. Hmm. Oh, I should have went upstairs. I think I know what the ghost is. I just want to rule off one other possibility. Because I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. Oh, of course. Can you not? Okay. Here's a journal in case you need it. Alright, I'm gonna fill my answer in. Alright. I'll be honest, this one took me way longer than it should have to figure out.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the ghost is just a Pulte.
For you.
Did a poltergeist ability at the end. See, that's one thing about Edgefield is the looping spot. There's only like 2 items, the cup and the remote for it to throw. So it's pretty easy to miss that it's poltergeist while looping it. How many abilities did it do? I feel like it did quite a few. I thought I heard a few, 6 abilities. Thought I heard quite a few abilities, I just never saw them. Alright, let's go to Richie. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, to be honest.
Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate.
Oh, the bone's here. Oh, shoot. I think I know what the ghost is. I'm gonna give it one more hunt. I want to double check, but I'm pretty positive I know what it is. Oops. This is a fun little looping spot here. Also, shimmy here as well. Well, I shouldn't say loop. This is a shimmy spot. This is also a shimmy spot. Okay, yeah. I do know what the ghost is. That's what I thought. Alright, here's the journal in case you need it. Oh, it'd probably help if I left the journal open so you could see it. There you go. All right, I'm gonna hide my screen, fill in my answer. Alrighty, let's get out of here. Lots of female ghosts today, and especially that model. It's been that model so many times today.
Welcome back.
So yeah, the ghost is a Myling, super quiet. It's also my most common ghost, I believe. Yeah, Myling, okay. Alright, let's go to Willow.
Alright, yeah. Let's look at the information and start the investigation.
Alright, I'm gonna get a few more things. Yes, this is a teaching stream. So yeah, basically the way this works is... so basically what I'm doing is, as we're playing, I'm not like explaining what I'm ruling off or what I'm doing. So I can let you guys try and figure it out on your own. And then once I know what the ghost is, I'll let you look at the journal before we load out. And then once we load out, I'll explain why the ghost is what it is, and explain some of the tests I did and how I ruled off some of the ghosts, and then how I ultimately figured out the ghosts. Alright, so I'll get a smudge on it this time. I think I'm assuming the ghost room is probably the hallway. So I play on PC. Okay, never mind, the ghost is in the basement. So I use NVIDIA game filters to make my game brighter. Gonna smudge you. Alright, let's see which room it's in. So if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, I have a tutorial on my YouTube page going over how to set all that up. Okay then. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's just the hallway here. Very active ghosts. I want to see if I can bring down a cruci and a couple lighters. I mean, a couple of candles. Yeah, I should have plenty of time. I'll place one here and one here. That should be fine for now. Gonna light the candles. Pursuit hunt from the far back corner. Oh, the bone's here. I didn't even notice. Alright, let's go back in the basement. Oh, you blew this out during the hunt? See, I did hunt from this back corner over here. Oh, hi there. Oh, the breaker is upstairs. Okay. Let me get another smudge on them real quick. Alright, I'm gonna get another smudge, a motion sensor. And probably the other cruci, I guess. And we'll turn the breaker back on. I think the ghost is... Where are you? Wait, where'd you go? Did you go upstairs? It's not in one of these side rooms, right? Oh, you're still here. Wait, what? Okay, you're in this corner over here. I'm gonna grab another smudge. Oh, okay, that's the last smudge. Oof. Nope. Ghost event. Alright. Pretty sure I know what the ghost is. Alrighty. Here's a journal in case you need it. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen. Fill in my answer. And let's load out.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
So yeah, the ghost was a mare. We got 2 mare abilities during that game. Yep, 2 mare abilities. It also changed its favorite room twice. Interesting. Yeah, we did get 2 mare abilities during that game. Alright, let's go to Woodwind, and then we'll do one more in Tanglewood, and that will probably be it for today.
We've arrived. Check the equipment. Tell us before investigating. There have been new reports of a cursed object nearby. This must be the reason that the ghost was summoned here. Take a look. You may be able to use it to your advantage.
Oh nice, we have the shimmy spot again. Look at that, we have the bone over there. Okay, well, I do know what the ghost is. Here, let me get a smudge on it real quick, just in case it's an objective. Yeah, I do agree, watching other people do it is a lot harder. Probably because of... I mean, it's easier to... Alright, yeah, so here's a journal in case you need it. But yeah, I think the reason for it is... Well, obviously when you're playing yourself, it's easier to keep track of everything because you're the one doing the test and testing for the ghosts. So you know exactly what you're testing for and what you're ruling off and stuff. And then also, the audio volume when you're playing the game is going to be different from like what you hear in someone else's stream. So like listening for like Raiju heartbeat or Myling footsteps might be pretty difficult on like a stream. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna hide my screen here, fill in my answer. So yeah, this ghost was a Deogen. Alright, let's go to Tanglewood. And this will probably be our last game for today.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and
In terms of stream for tomorrow, that's kind of up in the air. It's probably not going to happen because of the weather. It's supposed to have even more severe weather tomorrow, which was the reason that we didn't stream yesterday as well, because we had 70 to 80 mile per hour winds the entire day yesterday. Lots of issues. Are you gonna come over here? Okay, well, it stopped hunting. But yeah, fun fact, the bone cannot be back here. The bone cannot be in this room. Yeah, that's how I figured out Deogen as well last game. Was, well, one, I saw that it was fast, and then two, I saw the blinks. Hopefully he comes this way this time. Alright, I'm pretty sure I know what the ghost is. Here's a journal in case you need it. Alrighty, I'm gonna hide my screen. So yeah, the ghost is a yokai.
ready for you.
During both hunts, it was within my walkie-talkie range. When I called it over, it never came over both times. So yeah, yokais can't detect your equipment unless they're within 2.5 meters. Alright, so I think that's going to be our last game for today. If you guys want to join the Discord, there's that. And yeah, I think I'm going to let's find someone to raid out to. Maybe if I can spell. Nope, still can't spell. Awesome. Oh, let's go raid out. Let's go raid Chris Joystick. It's his birthday today. That's a great idea. All right, and then here's the raid emote. Top one if you're not subscribed, bottom one if you are. And yeah, let's go right up to Chris Joystick. And wish him a happy birthday, of course.